Good morning to everyone out there. Hello. Thank you first off to all my subscribers and to all my viewers for viewing and subscribing to my channel. Please continue to like and comment and all that good stuff so that I can get your feedback and continue to post and things like that. All right. Um, I would definitely like to give a special shout out to my girls, Nadia and Kavia, just to say hello to you. Um, I hope that they are getting a chance to see these videos so that they can see me saying hello to them. All right. I miss you both, and hopefully, we will see each other soon. All right, let's get to it. The name of this video is going to be called Why Did You Wait So Long to Tell Me If You Really Cared About Me? Why did you wait so long to tell me if you really cared about me? All right, that's the name of this video. All right, and you know that I always give examples and scenarios to either what I went through or just based off of what I know. All right, so let's get to it. All right. Why did you wait so long to tell me? I think we can go strictly off of relationships. We can do friendships and uh, relationships. All right, and use it however it resonates to you. If it doesn't, then don't use it. All right. But let's start with the friendship. All right. And we'll take something as, let's see, let's take something such as like you just telling your friend how you feel about them. Okay. And I'll tell you straight up and I'll be honest. If you are a friend to someone, all right, you should be able to tell them anything anyway, you know. I know that personally, a lot of my friends are honest with me, the ones who are in my close circle. If there is something that they do not like, um, or it's a different way that they're feeling about something that has gone on between myself and them, they are pretty open and honest with me. So I pretty much can say that I do have that in my friends who are in my close circle. And my friends, I call them my brothers. So, and if they're female, I call them my sisters. So if you are that brother and sister to me, we have always been open and honest with each other. There's even been incidents with my female best friends where we may have had fallen out, where we may not talk for a while, and things like that. But the honesty is still there, which is one of the things that I do love about my circle. Um, in a friendship, you should definitely be able to be honest with your friends about anything. If they're a true friend, then they're able to accept it, and then you guys are able to move on from that situation. Um, I always say that money is a bad way to lose a friend. So try not to make it a financial thing. If it is a financial thing, um, I always tell people try to be the bigger person. You know, do not allow money to break up your friendship, honestly. Um, there could be other scenarios within your friendship. If there was somebody that someone was dating and then you're dating them too, be careful with stuff like that too. Okay. These are things that you really need to be upfront and honest about, because prolonging it and not being honest and upfront right away, that time that passed could bring a lot of heartache once it comes out, depending on where you guys are in your life. Okay. I like to tell people that your past can affect your future if you have not had a chance to uh, reconcile some of those situations. And I think that sometimes people forget that. They'll say, oh, it's the past, but did you guys get a chance to talk about it? Did you guys get a chance to actually iron those issues out? Because what you may feel like is the past, somebody else may be holding on to, especially in a friendship. Okay? Relationship. All right? Relationships are a little bit more um, delicate. And I have to be honest about this. This is what I don't really like. And I'm sorry to my women listeners and viewers. Um, I think that a lot of times you guys have the upper hand in the relationship situation. Okay. Um, and the reason why I say that, I see incidents like um, where you won't tell the guy exactly how you're feeling right away because you're hoping that um, you guys will get a chance to resolve it in another way. So let's say, for instance, the relationship isn't working out. Okay, you're unhappy. What I feel like with some women, when they're unhappy, they feel like they can just cut the guy off. Okay, um, or they may keep him at a certain uh, place within the relationship so that they won't lose him altogether. Um, and what I mean by that is if they're unhappy, they'll cheat. And if they cheat, then they're not going to tell or be honest. And let's be honest, women, you guys stick together. So there's a certain way that you guys do things. Um, and the emotional side with what I see with women, your emotions run off of everything that happens with you. Okay, so if you're cheating and you're not letting that man know that, okay, this is not working out, but in his mind, this is what he's thinking, everything is okay. He might look at it like everything is okay, but you're not letting him know that everything is okay. He may think that just because you guys just went out on a date, everything is good. He may feel like because you guys go home together and you're cooking, you're cleaning, everything is good. Um, and you haven't said anything to him about your unhappiness or you just wanting to do what you want to do, he in his mind, that man or that person is probably thinking everything is good. That is so selfish. Okay, that is selfish. You need to be honest and upfront with that person. um to be perfectly honest, and this is me, I've had certain situations where I've been put in those type of situations where the person was not honest with me. Okay, I've been put in those situations where I thought that everything was good, and instead of them saying that they were not okay or they were unhappy or they wanted to see other people or let's just say it was something as simple as I just need some time and space to myself. Um, it was more to it than that. You understand what I'm saying? And with men, our emotions, they are more of an ego thing. Okay? If we feel like a man is coming in and entering into our territory and we did not know anything about it, our ego takes over right away. Okay? It's like, how you gonna do this to me? Or, they may want to hurt the other person, that other man, because they feel like they're entering into their territory, and all the while the female or the other person did not say anything to them about this. So it's sort of like it caught me by surprise. I didn't know this was about to happen, type of thing, you know. So what I want to say to, and this is not just for my female listeners, to anybody, okay? Be honest in that relationship. People are getting hurt, literally. They are. People are going crazy. They are, because they don't know what's going on. And then when they find out, it's always a surprise to the person who did not know anything. So, like I said, in that person's mind, everything probably was okay from what they were seeing. But in here, that person's heart probably was going another way. Those feelings probably were going towards something or someone else. When all the while you could have just expressed yourself and said, listen, I'm feeling this way. I feel like we're not going to uh, make it, or I just need a break. I need some time apart. Those are the things that you need to say to a person, because keep in mind, it's not always about someone getting hurt, but it's always it's also about the person hurting their self. That's a lot of stress, and it's stress on top of stress that someone really don't need. I mean, let's be real, none of us really need it because life is too short. Seriously. And the older you get, the more mature and wiser you are supposed to become. A lot of people don't step up and say, okay, I am actually going to take initiative and tell this person how I really feel. Don't you know how selfish that is? If you don't do that, or you can't do that, it's especially if you tell that person that you love them. How real is your love? You do not have to be in love with somebody to tell them how you actually feel and to really want to give them closure in a situation. That is so selfish. I had a situation, recently, that happened about, I want to say, maybe a month ago, where something happened to where I was approached. I was approached by someone, and it was kind of crazy on how I was approached, because, this person was in love with this other person. And, to be perfectly honest, for me, it wasn't as serious, for that person to approach me, because, like I had to state to uh, that person that I am not the one that you need to have this conversation with. You know what I mean? But I was a gentleman about it. I was very open. I was very honest. You know, we had a chance to talk. We had a conversation, to whereas it did not escalate into anything serious. It could have, because of the emotions behind it. And keep in mind, like I said, When men are hurt, it's more of an ego thing. It's that testosterone in us that says, all right, I want to defend my territory. And I had to, level. I had to level and say, okay, I understand. I totally understand. When a man is upset versus a woman, you know, we tend to want to fight or, just defend. Like I said, we just want to defend our territory. And at first, that's how it came. It came, to me. And me being the person that I am not that type of person. So we actually had a chance to talk and, to resolve the issue, because at the end of the day, you got to look at it like this. I'm the wrong person you need to be talking to. I don't know why people tend to go to the other person instead of going to their person. If you understand what I just said, don't go to the other person, go to your person. Ask what you have to ask, and hopefully they'll be honest with you. Even if you get a little bit of the truth, then that's what you got. You got to just go along with it. I didn't get what I wanted to get out of my situation. I didn't hear what I wanted to hear out of my situation, but I heard what I needed to hear. I heard what I needed to hear. That was enough for me. So I took it on the chin. I dealt with it, and I just said, you know what? Okay, at least I know. When you know, then you can come up with another plan. You can decide if you're going to sit there and take it or if you're going to walk away from it. But if you don't know, I totally get it. You're in the dark. Another thing that I feel like women, you have an upper hand on this, and I need for you guys to understand this. For my women listeners, you have to give equal opportunity in the situation. You cannot expect for the guy to walk away or to just throw everything in because that's the way you wanted it, especially if you guys made plans for the future. That's wrong. It really is. It's totally wrong. You can't just tell somebody, "Oh, just go ahead and move on, get away," or just basically just dismiss them. That's unfair. If you guys made plans for the future, especially if you're married or something like that, it's so hard for anybody to walk away from that type of situation just based off of your emotions and what you're going through. You got to be a little bit considerate of the other person and give that man or that woman closure in that situation. Give that person closure. That is so unfair. I don't like the fact that I see a lot of women that do that. They have the upper hand, so they control the whole situation. I think I stated this before. For my prior situation, the fact that my person had the upper hand, and the promises that was made in the beginning of our relationship, the marriage, everything, I stuck to that because that played out with me because I'm a loyal person. That's one of the things that just stands out in my personality. Not only that, that's one of the things that stick out in my sign. My sign, we're loyal. That's what Virgos are. We're very loyal. So if you tell me something, I'm taking it to the bank. If you tell me something and you renege off of that, I'm taking it to the bank. That's just it. I stand for loyalty. And as long as you're being loyal to me, I'm going to be loyal to you. So when you promise things to me, and that's just me, I'm holding you to that. There was a lot of promises made to me that was very much broken. But it doesn't mean that, I couldn't move on. It just meant that it was going to take time in my situation. So I allow myself to heal first. Some people don't take that opportunity. So in my last video, what did I say? Some people don't heal, like other people heal, or they don't move on like other people move on, whatever I said. But, it's the truth. It's the truth. You cannot expect for someone to get over something just because you're over it, especially if you are the one who called all the shots. And 9 times out of 10, ladies, you are calling all the shots. Another thing that you guys have that we don't have is you got the law on your side. So the minute you say, oh, I'm calling the cops, there you go. That man is definitely he in over his head right then and there, and you're going to give him the run for his money. So what else can he do in that situation but leave? You kind of forced him out. You kind of forced his hand into saying, all right, that's it. I got to throw in the towel. That's it. And I don't think that's fair. So many things are happening to men when it comes down to the law, when police get involved and all of that. And, it's just so much that goes along with it. So I just tell myself that when I come up to those situations now where I feel like there's a disadvantage, I separate myself. I isolate myself. Is it hard? Yes. But I prefer isolating myself than to get myself in any type of trouble. That's just me. I'm not saying that everybody is going to be like that. And this is why upfront and honesty is the best thing. Honesty is the best policy. Just tell the truth. If you're not feeling somebody, just go to them and tell them, I'm not really feeling you like that. If you say that you care about them and you love them, you go to them and you tell them, I need some space. I need some time to really think about some things. Okay? Before you actually go out there and do something while you're still dealing with the person. That's considerably cheating. It is. You still with them. You still call them. You still text them. You still tell them that you love them. Things like that. You cheated on that person and you need to accept it. That's it. Case closed. It is. Just accept it and deal with it. But if you do that, be honest enough to say, I made a mistake. Seriously. My decision that I made towards you was a mistake, and I want to make up for that by apologizing to you. First, apologize. That's first and foremost. Apologize for what you do first, and then allow that person to try to forgive you because of what you did. People make mistakes. That's life. It's life. It's going to happen. Seriously. You're going to make mistakes and you're going to have some bumps in the road. You are probably going to do this until you're in your almost your late 40s. I would hope that it wouldn't take that long. But you're going to make these mistakes until you get in your 40s. Hopefully, for a lot of people, when you get in your 40s, you kind of say to yourself, all right, life is what it is, so now I have to do better. You're forced to do better by the time you get 40 because now you're an older person that's about to get older. So how many more mistakes do you want to keep making? I know for me, I want to do better now before I hit that 40 mark. And I don't got much longer. 36 right now. I turned 37 at the end of the summer, so it ain't too far off, which means I don't want to keep making the same mistakes. I want to make sure that I do something better for myself so that I can be a good example to my girls. I want them to know that, okay, you know, daddy made a mistake, but he plans on doing better so that you guys can see better. If you ain't going to do it for nobody else, do it for your kids. But you should want to do it for yourself first. Okay? You have to be able to be upfront with people because things are happening now where I've actually seen people hurt the other person or hurt themselves. They really hurt themselves. And a lot of it had to do because they had a broken heart or their ego or feelings and emotions for women, and for men that testosterone, that ego got involved, you know. So they were hurt, and instead of talking it out, they decided to act, when all the while this could have been avoided if you, that person, would have sat down and just explained. Stop doing things via text. You owe it to that person to either tell them over the phone or in front of their face. You gotta have closure. Text messages, emails, and stuff like that, that's not cool. You didn't text or email that relationship to get in it and be in it that long, so you shouldn't have to text or email that person to get that last word out. You owe it to that person to be honest with them up front in their face, or at least over the phone, and say, I do care about you. I do love you. But I have to do this for myself. And if you say you're going to take self-time, take self-time. Heal yourself. Stop adding other people onto the equation. When you add more people on, that is more hurt that you are causing, because that means you're not ready. It's just something that you need so that you can get over. That's it. You're just trying to get over what you're going through, so you add on someone else, and then that person gets hurt because you're still hurt. Hurt people hurt people. That's what happens. You're not over it, so you constantly continue to move forward when the past is still affecting you. If you don't have that closure, your past is going to affect your future. Understand that, people. That's it. It's common sense. All right? So, basically that's it. You know, give that person what they need to move on. Don't keep it going. Don't prolong it. If you care about me, then just let me know. That's it. All right? Like, subscribe, comment, and just let me know if y'all appreciate this, if it resonates to you. So, I love you guys. Hopefully, I will see you soon. God bless. Peace.